Welcome back for another breathwork video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over Simha Kriya, which is a breathwork technique that Sadhguru teaches at his Isha Foundation to all of his yogis and students. This Kriya is an action that liberates. That's the meaning of Kriya. So it liberates us mentally, it liberates our body physically, and also liberates our spirit. The first thing that this is going to help us with is enhancing lung capacity and improving our immunity. This is a very simple breathing practice. You're going to want to make sure that you do it on an empty stomach, or at least that you have somewhat of a hunger sensation in your body. And the purpose of Simha Kriya is to enhance the lung capacity and boost immunity and really just increase lung function, respiration. I'm going to break this down into a step-by-step guide in this video. The first thing you're going to want to know about Simha Kriya is you can do it anywhere, anytime that you have access, just to sit down in a cross-legged position. So step number one is to be cross-legged, just how I'm sitting. You'll also notice that I'm sitting on a bolster here. I like this for Simha Kriya because it starts to, get you more upright and leans the body forward. You want to be slightly leaning forward, and that's step number one. Step number two is to have your hands right here on your knees and lift up. So step number two is to lift up, as Sadhguru calls it. So we are locking out our elbows and we're lifting our shoulders. And what this is doing is creating more spaciousness automatically in the diaphragm. And this is going to allow us to take deeper breaths on the inhale portion of our breath work. Now for the actual technique, there's two positionings of the tongue that you're going to want to take note of. Now it's 21 breaths with the tongue all the way out like this. "21 breaths like that, and then the tongue position goes from all the way out to folding back, where the tongue is the tip of the tongue is resting on the top of the mouth. So 21 breaths out like this. Once you get to 21, fold the tongue in like this. And the tip of the tongue is folded back and it's pressing on the roof of the mouth. Just the tip of the tongue pressing firmly up, and it's 21 breaths just like that as well, like this. Now the whole time that you're doing this, okay, and just real quick, I wanted to hop in here just to remind everyone that this is a mouth breathing technique only. There's no inhaling through the nose on either of the two tongue positions. So as you are breathing like this, and as you're breathing like this, both of those styles are mouth only breathing. You're not inhaling through your nose. Okay, now back to the video. First tongue position all the way out, and the second tongue position where it's tucked up, you're lifting up. You're staying lifted the whole time. And then I would also recommend this as well, is to close the eyes as you're doing this, to just tune into the inner world and tune into your body and really focus on the breath. And then once we get to the 21 breaths of our second tongue position, we're going to fully inhale, and we're going to hold that inhale for 1 minute. So after our second breath with our tongue position like this, on our 21st breath, we'll take our full breath fully in and just close the mouth while keeping the tongue pressing on the roof of the mouth just evenly. Your tongue doesn't have to stay in the same position where it was tucked up. Your tongue can just rest neutrally on the roof of your mouth. And you'll stay here in this inhaled position for 1 minute. And it's also recommended to stay in that lifted position where your body weight is leaning forward like mine is, and we're resting with the hands on the knees, keeping the elbows locked out. You'll notice that we're in this position the whole time on the breathing and on the inhale retention. The only time we're not in this position is after our final exhale, after our 1 minute breath hold, where we do an ujjayi breath, meaning we make a sound in our throat, and we're exhaling through our nose. So our mouth stays closed even on the exhale. After our 1 minute breath hold, the exhale is out the nose, and it's an ujjayi breath, kind of sounding like Darth Vader a little bit. So if you've had your breath held in for 1 minute, you'll exhale through the nose, but making a tone with your throat. Now you can see what happened there with my position. I just went from this position here, which we're in the whole breath work. So I went from this position, and then I exhaled. Into this relaxed position. This is the only time we are in a relaxed position, is in between the rounds of Simha Kriya. In the video where I do a full guided Simha Kriya, you're gonna see 3 rounds of this. So just remember that you're gonna be in this position the whole time we're doing the breath work, aside from our exhale in between rounds. And then we get ready for the next round like this. So I hope you enjoyed this guided step-by-step tutorial of Simha Kriya. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and also see the video up here to follow along. Now that you know how to do the practice, this will be the video to follow along with to do your Simha Kriya practice every day. Enjoy.